Hi everyone, welcome to the Disability Channel, Let's Chat, the Today Show. Now you might actually know me from Let's Chat. I'm your host, Cynthia Stone, and I am delighted to be joined here by Sean and Ted from the Zirger Academy. This is an amazing place. Everything happens here, and oh my gosh. So Sean, I'm delighted to have you here. What can you tell us about how you became the founder of such an exciting place?
One of three founders.
Yep.
It started out with us wanting to share space because Toronto's very expensive, and so we decided to do that. And it was 3 different martial arts schools, and over the last 17 years, we became more of a family. So it's we still pursue our arts very, very hard, and we incorporated a circus school as well, and there's now a dozen different training opportunities happening in the same spot. So, yeah,
One-stop shop, amazing. Now Ted, how do you find it here?
How did I find it here?
Yeah, what do you think of being here?
I was in a cab.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. First of all, when I first came here, it was about intuition.
Intuition.
Yeah, when I first came here, I think, I could see I first set foot in here, I could see the window, I could see the ladder, I could see the circus space. My intuition is that there's a lot of neat stuff I could do here.
Yeah.
So, I think I started training with Sean, and I think I was blown away by some of the routine that he introduced me to, and it was as a thrilling sequence where we could study martial arts on a weekly basis.
That's awesome. Well, I'd love to capture you in the flow and seeing some of what you do here.
That can be arranged.
Okay, awesome. All right, stay tuned for that, because I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. All right, so Sean, how did you get involved in the martial arts field?
I was 10 years old, and a friend of mine was like, hey, we were both really into martial arts. We'd play ninja, as it got dark, we would sneak around. And but one day he looked over a fence and he saw a bunch of people training in the backyard of a veterinarian office in Oakville. And so I started with a man named Joe Leroy, who taught Hungar style Kung Fu at that time. And and that was just the beginning of my journey. It was some very, very real martial arts there, and then I bounced around for about 11 years doing various martial arts and getting various degrees of accomplishment within them. And then I came to Toronto and I discovered Jeet Kune Do and the Jeet Kune Do family. And I've been looking at multiple martial arts in that framework ever since.
Absolutely. It sounds liberating and that it really contributed a great deal.
Absolutely. I was a massage therapist since I was 20. And so these two practices side by side is very liberating because self-employed, set my own time, set my own schedule, but healing and combative arts are they've always been tied, along with dance. Actually, those 3 things are always tied together in the traditional tribal informational context. And it's so those 3 things are always there. So they've been part of my life, part of my practice, and kept me kind of free and separate from mundane existence, which I've sometimes had to engage in just to make money, but sometimes now I'm able to do this full time.
Amazing. Free to do it full time. Now, how often do you come here, Ted?
Every week.
Every week?
Yeah, it's like a second home.
Wow.
I'd sleep on the couch if I had the chance. It's really good. I feel like we do some really neat stuff every day. It's there's JKD, and it's a very thrilling sequence often. There's lots of kicking involved, and so we're kicking it's Padril's Pro Trainers, where we use these steel mittens that we use for protection against our hands. So they said kick this, so I kick it as high as you can, and so I went at it. I was able to put a test of agility and stamina, and it's just a phase where you have to make sure I can kick high enough to reach the garage door opener. people always tell me I had nice legs, except for high school. But I still there's still lots of people who thought I had strong legs. So I knew that I could do some kicking in here in a vigorous way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a kick out of it, literally. How long have you been coming here?
I think it's been 4 years now.
4 years.
Almost 5 years.
Incredible. And it sounds like it's very good for self-esteem, for morale. You're able to, push new limits.
For sure.
1, 2, 3, pull, knee. Oh, see how you set that up twice? Just boom, straight in. Yeah, ready? 1, 2, out, and straight in. Boom, and boom. There it is, much better. Lift it just above your eyes so you're looking past your wrist. Both hands. There you go. Okay, ready?
All right.
All right. So if I move forward, you move back. If I move backwards, you move forward.
Okay.
Good. So if I move backwards and put up target, hit it. Good. And then cover. Good. Good. Stay nice and calm. Keep your hands high. And left hand. So when you step forward, when you step that little step forward, your left hand wants to hit it. Go ahead. That's your right.
All right, everyone. Well, now you've seen, oh my gosh, sweating up a storm here. And Joe Fitzgibbons, I mean, wow, what a powerhouse. It was awesome to see you in action. How did you come about coming here?
Yeah, so I moved here from Halifax about 1.5 years ago with my partner,
Wow.
and he was doing Filipino martial arts back in Halifax with another instructor who highly recommended Sean's club.
Ready, Joe?
So we came here as soon as we could, and we've been training ever since. The club was really great and welcomed us right into the family as soon as we got here.
Oh, it's amazing. And you come here as a couple.
Yeah, we do.
So that's
Yeah.
really neat. And how has that worked in terms of your relationship? I'm
That's
sure.
great. We get to let out all kinds of steam.
Absolutely. A much healthier way of fighting.
It
So
is.
for all you couples watching this, that's a much better way.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And how have you found it in terms of your own life?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things, I think Sean kind of mentioned it earlier, was just learning how to fail and be safe to fail. That's been a really important life skill for me that I've taken from martial arts. So I would say, personally, that's probably one of the biggest things for me. And then, of course, just the health and the neuroplasticity that comes with kind of doing the movements. And, so there's lots of
Absolutely.
good
She's
stuff.
very nimble. I mean, I'm sure you saw that. Amazing. So Joe, this is something that you would really recommend to people then, right?
Definitely. And this club is really great too. Just like I said, so welcoming, and there's all kinds of different personalities that come through here. So there's a space for everybody.
I like that. And what was the youngest you've seen somebody here?
Oh, well, Sean definitely has a kids class and
Yeah.
family class. So there's a lot of people who come with very young kids and their parents. They come together for class.
Cool.
And then in our adult class, I think the youngest student is 13 or 14.
Wow,
So,
right on. And then what would the oldest be, do you know?
I mean, I've definitely seen students here that are, I mean, Dan is in his 50s, and we've seen students, I think, in their late 50s and 60s as well, but it's very friendly. Like, you can scale anything that we do to different fitness levels and mobility levels as well. So.
Evidently, I mean, absolute beginner. I didn't think there was any hope for me. So it's pretty awesome that you are able to, really strive. And then you said that your, partner is doing this. When did he start?
He's been doing martial arts his whole life, actually. So
Wow.
we met in a martial arts club.
Oh, that's so fun. See, a great way to meet people. There you go. You don't need Tinder. You have this amazing new workout regime. Awesome.
And you get to know people pretty quickly, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's very intimate and interactive. And have you done multiple classes?
I have. I've done, so I started out doing Taekwondo and Muay Thai at a different club back in Halifax, and traveling a little bit. And then since I came here, I've been doing mostly the Bruneian Silat style that we do here, as well as the Filipino martial arts.
So cool. All right, guys, there truly is something for everyone. They say different strokes for different folks. Well, I think they're taking it to the next level here. Awesome stuff. So if people want to reach out to you and find out more about how this all comes about, how can they reach you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sean's very active on both Facebook and Instagram, so that's a great place to get a sense from videos and stuff that we shoot in class of what our classes are all about, and our sense of humor and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I
as well.
love
So,
that. Okay, so if you can give me those URLs, they
yeah,
are.
definitely. Okay, so it's on Facebook we are Zama, Z-A-M-A, for Zirger Academy of Martial Arts, and I believe the Instagram is Zama Academy.
All right, amazing. Well, there you go. Join the fama at Zama. All right, thanks for watching. everyone. We are back. Now, I am joined by Dan Leborgne, who inspired me to get into my own apparel and jump on board with this. And you've been doing this for now 14 months, is that
That's
right?
correct.
Amazing. And so you were letting me know that you had found out about it through word of mouth.
Correct.
So that's amazing. I mean, obviously the word is getting out. People are finding out about it, and it's amazing. So how have you found it? Like,
It's great. It's
Yeah.
been very healthy. I've dropped 25 pounds.
Nice.
I'm a lot better, more focused, more balance,
Yeah.
and more self-esteem, and less fear.
oh,
So
so fearlessness is
Thumbs
huge.
up all around.
Exactly, yeah. And I know that that's a huge obstacle for a lot of us, you know, in our lives. So have you found that parlayed into other areas of your life?
most
Like-
definitely, my job's very physical, so a lot of things that I couldn't have done a year and a half ago at work, I can do now with regards to height, balance, and movement.
Wow. See, that's huge. So that's definitely
And confidence, pardon.
Yeah, and confidence, absolutely. Amazing. So in terms of having other people join on board, what would you say to them?
I think it's like learning guitar, so the first couple chords might be a little difficult, but then pretty soon you're playing a song.
Oh, right on. Well, there you go. So, you mean you weren't born naturally amazing at this?
No,
It took some
it takes a little work, but
Okay.
the payoff's great.
Oh, wonderful. And so you found that the instructors here, have you done multiple classes?
Yes, yes. At first it was a bit confusing,
Yeah.
and then things start coming together and matching up, and then your one art will intertwine with another art, so it really comes together.
Like organized chaos, it all fits together. Yeah, so the whole wax on thing is something to be said.
To a degree, that's more of a Wing Chun thing, but yeah.
Okay, see how clueless I am? And then you actually become more aware and actually know the difference. So what are you studying particularly in terms of modalities?
Mostly because of timing, I tend to do a great deal of Silat,
Awesome.
which is Indonesian, Malaysian, Filipino style.
So cool. All right, guys, you could be as worldly as our friend Dan here. Amazing. Now, in terms of how people can get in touch with you if they want to.
In touch with me?
Yeah, if they want a glowing review or anything like that.
Well, you can email me at daniellaborde27@gmail.com.
Awesome, there you go, there you have it. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, power's not his issue,
No.
right?
Okay, so now we are going to let you know how you can contact the club and come out.
Yeah.
So if they want to reach you on Instagram, it is.
Z Academy of Martial Arts, or Z Academy of Martial Arts.
There you go. Depending on, is it a Z or is it exact?
It depends if you're like north of the border or south of the border.
True. Potato, we don't know. All right. And Facebook.
Zama is our group, ZAMA, capital letters, and located here at DuPont and Ossington.
All right. And then we captured the URL in the backdrop, but for those of you that didn't catch it, it's zirgeracademy.com. All right, so you heard it here first. Reach out, come out, and definitely try some new things. It's awesome.
Okay.